Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and are ready to have a great week ahead. Today we are going to be creating our own individual unique fingerprint. If you don't know what your fingerprint already looks like, don't worry because we're going to do kind of one together if you want to just follow the instructions, but if you want a better idea of what your fingerprint looks like, you can grab a marker. I find that the thicker ones work a little bit better as opposed to the thinner ones. So I used like a regular marker. And then you just color in, as you can see, I've already tried it a couple times, but you color in the top of your finger, fill in all the spaces, and then you press it down onto a piece of paper. And then once you've pressed it, as you can see, I've done it a couple times, you kind of will get a good look at, let's see if it focuses, at your fingerprint. And it might take a couple tries. As you can see, this one's probably the best one. But you get kind of a good idea of the different lines that are going on in your finger. And as you guys know, your fingerprint is something completely unique about you, and this prompt is going to kind of focus on all the things that make us unique and special and important and all of those things. So the first thing that we're going to do, if you guys want to test out your own fingerprint, go ahead and do that. Just pause the video. If not, if you just want to follow kind of along simple instructions, then continue on with me. I'm going to get you guys to draw kind of like a fingertip print or a fingerprint onto your page. So it's kind of like an ovally egg-like shape. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. So go ahead and do the outline for your fingerprint, and then we will start adding all of the different lines and twists and turns. And again, at any point, if you want to do something different than what I'm doing, by all means, add the extra curve, the extra line. Take a look at your finger and try and follow the way the lines go, however you want to do it, okay? So do the outline for your fingerprint, and then we'll come back. All right, so you've got the outline for your fingerprint, and now we are going to start adding the lines in the middle that make it unique. So again, at any point, if you want your lines to go a different way than mine, or to add an extra line wherever, by all means, please do it, because this is your fingerprint and it's supposed to be unique. The only thing that I'll ask is that you leave space in between your lines so that you can add some writing in there. If in the end you find that there's not enough room, we can always do it on the outside. But try and leave a little bit of space in between your lines so that we can add some words and some things that make us unique inside of there. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I have my page kind of faced sideways, so hopefully this is an okay view for you guys. So I'm gonna start off in the very middle, and I'm just gonna do a little line like that. And then I'm going to kind of circle around that line a few times. We're gonna go around once and twice. 3 times, 4 times, maybe 5 times. And then when you finish that 5th time around, you can just bring it off to the end of your finger like that. And then maybe we'll fill in the bottom part, so we'll come in just underneath that And we'll go down to the bottom there. And then we'll keep doing lines that fill that in. Down to the bottom. Again, yours do not have to look anything like mine. These are just examples, but this is kind of how it's going. Okay, and then we do a few kind of along the side. Like that, and then we do the other side, or actually let's do some on the top, so we'll just follow the top, and we'll do maybe 3 going along the top. Like that, and then we'll connect kind of the rest of the space here into the one below. So we'll go here and here. And then once you've got most of the space filled in, you can add whatever extra lines you want to add in there. So maybe you've got some extra space, you want to add a few lines in. Go ahead, just add lines wherever it feels right. Again, this isn't about making a perfect fingerprint. This is just about being creative with it, kind of being loose with your mind, with your thoughts. Don't hold any significant amount of pressure on this project. All right, and then when you're happy with it, which could be now or it could be in 20 minutes, so whenever you're ready, you'll continue on. So this is kind of a look at my fingerprint. Again, it doesn't have to look specifically like anything, and yours doesn't have to look like mine, okay? That's the biggest thing. Okay, so now that we have our fingerprint done, we're gonna move on to the writing on the inside. Again, if you don't have room on the inside or you feel like it's too restricted of a space, you're more than welcome to write these things on the outside, so whatever works best for you. So we are going to fill it in with things that make us unique, and I'm going to section these off into 5 categories of things that might make us unique. If you have more that you would like to add, that's totally fine. But these categories are going to be your personality, your attitude, your hobbies or passions, your taste or preferences, and any goals that you might have. And so one option for this is you could color code each one that you're doing. So for example, you'd use one color for all of your personality traits, and then you would do another color for your attitude and another color for your hobbies, just to keep things different and separate. But if you want to use the same color for the whole thing, that's totally fine too, okay? So again, this is kind of what it looks like if you're going to color code it. I just wrote down the 5 things and then just assigned a color to each one that I will be doing the writing in. Again, yours does not have to be done in this way. This is just one option. But yeah, so let's start with your personality traits. Okay, if you were to describe your personality, how would you describe it? Are you funny? Are you charming? Are you smart? Are you sassy? How would you describe your personality? So you can do as many words or phrases as you'd like, anywhere on your fingerprint or outside, whatever works best for you. Yeah, so do that and then we'll come back. All right, once you've got all the personality traits that you can think of, you can move on to the next category, which is your attitude. So you can think of what kind of an attitude you have. Are you optimistic, which means you believe that the best is going to happen? You're hopeful. Maybe you are more of an anxious thinker or a worrier. What is your attitude towards different situations? Are you hopeful? Are you optimistic, like I was saying, or are you more of thinking that the worst is going to happen? Are you a good team member? How do you work with others? What is your general attitude in your day-to-day life? Okay, so again, if you're assigning colors, you can pick a different color for this one. And just write about your attitude and what makes it unique from other people. Right, just a few of the things that I put down for attitude. Optimistic, I'm not very competitive, so I put not competitive. Team player, anxious, worried, hesitant. Perfectionist, those of you that don't like to make mistakes, you have a perfectionist attitude, that's the place to put it. Type A personality, again, goes kind of with the perfectionism and wanting to have everything done right. Next up, let's move into any hobbies or passions that you participate in or that you enjoy. These can be sports or crafts or projects, whatever that might be, okay? All right, so next up on your list are any tastes or preferences that you might have. So things that you really like, things that you really don't like, kind of the opposite ends of the spectrum. I don't like onions, but I love olives, something like that. Or taste can also refer to your taste in different entertainment, such as music genres or movie genres or anything like that. So if you love horror movies, go ahead and put that on. If you're more of a comedy person, add that to the list. Any sort of taste or preference that you have, go ahead and add it to your fingerprint. Again, you can switch the color if you are changing colors between each category. But yeah, your taste or preferences. All right, and then the very last one that we're going to add to this is any goals that you might have, things that you want to learn, things that you want to accomplish, or things even that you have accomplished. You're welcome to put any accomplishments that you've completed onto your fingerprint. So we'll say accomplishments and or goals, and that should pretty well fill up the rest of your fingerprint. Okay, so pick your last color and go ahead and write any goals or accomplishments that you would like, okay? All right, you guys, so there you have it. We have 5 different categories of things that make us unique. Of course, there's millions of them, so if you have more to add, by all means, please add them. So we have things about our personality, our attitude, our hobbies and passions, our taste or preferences, and our goals and accomplishments. So you could have written things down or drew things, whatever was best suited for you. And the thing that makes us unique when it comes to our fingerprint and all the things inside of it is that we could have many of these things in common with other people, but no one is going to have all of the same things written on their fingerprint that you do when it comes to a combination of all of our different categories. So whether or not you and the person next to you both like dogs, you're not going to both like dogs and want to learn how to do sign language or whatever that other thing might be. So we have all these things that we have in common with other people, but we also have all these other things that make us completely unique and special in our own way. And this is kind of a fun way to see that and compare it with other people. So I hope that you enjoyed the fingerprint prompt, and I will see you guys again on Wednesday.